I'll start off with, my name is Philip. We are with the hot tub crew, and we're just going to go over some tips on winterizing your hot tub. So if this was out in the field, we've drained the hot tub. We've sucked out the water. There's multiple ways you can drain your hot tub. So we have a drain plug right here down on the bottom, and that will pull out. You need to untwist it, hook your hose up to it, and then push it back in to open that valve up, and that will drain your hot tub. That way it takes probably a good couple hours to drain, or you can do like we do and just use a sump pump and then shop back out the water that's left in the bottom. Then you want to go around and you want to make sure all your diverter valves are in the center position so that all the jets are open, and also make sure that all of your jets are open. Some of them rotate on and off, so you want to make sure all those are on. And then we are going to blow all the water out with going through the pumps. So you want to take your access panel off. First thing you want to do is turn your power off to your hot tub, the 30 and the 20 amp breaker on this one, and then get access to your two pumps. Some tubs have more than two pumps, so just pay attention to how many are in your spa. So we're gonna want to take one of the unions off of each of the pumps, and we have pump connectors. We just make these in-house. So we'll have one for each end of the pump, each end of the union that we took off. That'll thread right on there, and we can use our blower to blow out all the water that's in that line, and then also run about a quarter gallon of antifreeze through it. On this one, we're going to see water coming out of the suctions in the bottom of the spa, and then we're going to switch that around, and that'll blow out all of the jets that are connected to that pump. And then we can switch over and we can do the same thing on the other pump on the other side of the spa. So we've blown through this side of the pump. We've ran antifreeze through this side of the pump. And then we're going to take our other side, our other connector, and hook it up to the front of the pump itself. And we're going to do the same thing, blowing through the pump and back through all the lines for the jets. And we're going to run a quarter gallon of antifreeze through that as well. I like to try to blow all that antifreeze out, not leave any in the lines. Once we're done with this pump, blowing each direction, we're going to take these unions and we're going to do the same thing over on that pump over there. Don't forget to hook your unions back up to your pump and make sure they're nice and tight for when the customer is ready to fill the spa back up. So as you're blowing through the pumps, you want to walk around and make sure that I like to go back and forth on the diverter valves, because this will add all the pressure to one seat at a time. Just go back and forth with it until you get pink out of every jet. Once you're done with that, wipe everything out. This is a saltwater spa, so this one has a salt generator in it. The best way to get all the water out from your heater and your circulation pump, I like to just pour a little bit of antifreeze down your salt cell, or if you've got an older tub or non-salt tub, you have a spa frog system. Just pour a little antifreeze down your spa frog, stick your blower hose over the top of this, and blow all that out. That'll get your circulation pump, it'll get your heater, and it'll blow all that water out of those lines. Last thing I do, I make sure that we've got antifreeze out of every jet in the spa, out of your waterfall. I will dump some antifreeze down the filter compartment and put my shop vac on the drain hose until I get pink out of there. and then just make sure you get everything chopped back out and wiped down. I take the pillows and the filter and give them to the customer so that they're stored in a nice warm place and they don't crack in the wintertime. This is the primary method that we like to use. I like it best because you get the most pressure through all the lines. And we can go over a few other methods as well in case access to the front panel here is not, if you're not able to get that access to the panel. So this is our secondary method of winterizing a hot tub for a caldera. If you do not have access to, say it's in a deck and you can't get to the equipment panel, what we do is we will take covers and we will put them over the suctions down inside the hot tub. This method you actually have to get in the hot tub to do. So we have these, they just go right over the top of all your suctions down in the bottom. And then you take your blower and you will connect to each one of these. So two of these suctions down here are connected to one of the pumps. One of them is connected to the other pump. So you're going to want to blow through all three of them. And when you do that, if you blow through this one and you have those two plugged, all your air pressure is going to go towards your jet seats and blow out all of the jets. There again, make sure you've got all your diverter valves in the correct positions, all your air lines are on, your waterfall is open. Those are all things you want to make sure you do each time you winterize a hot tub. Make sure all your jets are on. So you're going to go through all three suctions in rotation. Like I said, these two are connected to one pump, that's connected to another pump. You're just going to want to rotate through those and make sure that you get water and antifreeze out every jet there is. And the last thing I do when I do it this way is to blow through the filter compartment and then suck everything out. Make sure you get it nice and clean for the winter, and it makes for an easier opening to fill it up and have to deal with less mold and stuff like that. So